Guys, this is Peak. If you've played the superior version of Minecraft before, Minecraft Java, you've most likely played on Hypixel at some point. The Hypixel Minecraft server is the most massive multiplayer server in the entire game, offering over 60 unique modes to the millions of unique monthly players it sees. But wait a minute, how did Hypixel go from just being two dudes creating Minecraft adventure maps, to then creating the biggest server on the platform, then founding their own game studio, which was then bought by Riot Games, which is a $3 billion company? On June 20th, 2012, a YouTube channel called Hypixel uploaded its very first video, showing a cool self-building village contraption. People at the time were very impressed. I mean, this is still really cool 12 years later. From the very first video, Hypixel showed how innovative they were with their Minecraft projects. But who is they? Alright, here we go. Hypixel started off with two main dudes. The founder and the most popular of the two was Simon Collins Laflamme, whose in-game name is Hypixel. Co-founding this team is Philippe Touchette, who goes by Rezus in-game. Going forward, I'll be referring to every person in this video primarily by their Minecraft username, but because Simon's username is Hypixel, I'm just gonna refer to him as Simon. Anyways, after that first video, the Hypixel channel mainly advertised the Minecraft minigames and adventure maps that were made by the two. These maps were originally posted on Planet Minecraft, which offers direct downloads to things like texture packs, mods, player skins, and of course, maps. Some of the most popular of these maps include Wrath of the Fallen, a hack-and-slash map that features 6 different boss battles, Zombie Apocalypse, another hack-and-slash survival map, and arguably the most famous of them all, Herobrine's Mansion, which features 6 boss fights, obviously one being the big man himself, custom monsters, shops, and a full storyline. However, these maps weren't just built by Simon and Rezus. On some of the map descriptions on the Hypixel website, Simon sometimes thanks other people for their help on the maps, usually being build teams. These 3 examples are just a fraction of what the small Hypixel team created early on. Shown on screen now is a whole list of all of them. Just 4 months after that self-building village video, the Hypixel channel grew to over 50,000 subscribers. Maybe I should make one of those. As popularity picked up, an official forums website for everything Hypixel related was created in September. It was essentially a place to announce updates about Hypixel, and also served as a central hub for the team to post all of their maps to, which is pretty convenient. Speaking of convenience, let me introduce you to EasyMine, the sponsor of today's video. Are you ever playing Minecraft and you're just like, damn, I don't feel like mining, but I do need more diamonds. I wish I could just hire someone to do it for me. Well, my friends, by simply downloading and installing EasyMine from this QR code on screen, this tool will outsource all of your mining needs to sweatshops located all around the globe. Pretty cool, right? Once installed, simply enable EasyMine at any time, and one of their agents will promptly join your world and get straight to work. Because EasyMine pays the absolute minimum to their agents, the service only costs 5 cents an hour for its customers to use. What a steal! Be sure to use code KELTRON at checkout to get 3 cents off your first 64 hours. And thanks again to EasyMine for sponsoring today's video. And now, back to Hypixel. On April 13th, 2013, the Hypixel Minecraft server was officially launched. At the time, the server's main attraction was an entire lobby dedicated to the adventure maps the Hypixel team created. So instead of people downloading these maps from Planet Minecraft and needing to set up their own server to play with their friends, anyone can now just join the Hypixel server and play the maps with whoever they wanted. Early on, the server did offer a few original game modes, including Quakecraft, which was a minigame where 4 to 8 players used railguns, which were literally just hoes that shot fireworks, and the first player to get 25 kills with their hoe wins. The server also launched with Bowspleef, a personal favorite of mine, and The Walls, where 4 teams of up to 6 players all separated by, you'll never guess, walls, had 15 minutes to prepare themselves before the walls dropped. The last team standing wins. Now, I'll list the most popular game modes Hypixel has had over the course of the video, but I don't want to bloat the video, so here's a quick list of every single game mode Hypixel has ever released. In September 2015, it was revealed that Hypixel saw over 1.9 million players a month, just 2.5 years after its release. The team now consists of a dedicated, full-time staff of 26 people, including programmers, builders, and administrators, as well as over 100 volunteer positions to keep the server running smoothly. The total cost to upkeep the server through paying staff, hardware maintenance, and DDoS protection is over $100,000 a month now. DDoS protection may sound like a weird expense now, but just wait until later. But wait a minute, how does a free Minecraft server maintain 26 full-time staff positions? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to cosmetical monetization. The Hypixel server has this fancy website where you can buy these cosmetic ranks that you can purchase for your account. These ranks include benefits like flying in lobbies, exclusive server cosmetics, the ability to name yourself, and much more. The ranks do not give any competitive advantage in minigames though. So we're currently in 2015, which means the store currently offers VIP, VIP+, MVP, and MVP+. And yeah, you already know your boy straight up rocks that MVP+. MVP++ gets added sometime later in 2017 as a... oh god. As a monthly subscription. Too many good things are happening at this time, which means it's time for a setback. Noxy, who was one of the original admins of the server and a real-life friend of Simon, left Hypixel on September 9th, 2014 to work on... oh my god. League of Legends? Now don't worry guys, don't worry, chill out, chill out, chill out. I'm happy to report that luckily, by some miraculous chance and karma, he must have quickly realized what a grave mistake this was, because he returns to Hypixel after just 2 months. 2 months! 2 months! He returns after 2 months because Simon gives him an offer to come back as an operations manager at Hypixel. Now, Noxy said he did enjoy his time working for Riot Games, which I have my doubts for, but quickly realized his true passion was still at Hypixel. He fortunately left Riot Games on good terms. Guys, him leaving Riot on good terms will be one of the most important things he'd ever do, but we'll get into that later. One of the flagship game modes Hypixel offers, Skywars, is added in 2015. Skywars is a pretty cool concept, honestly. Each match starts with a number of islands with 1 player each. These islands have some loot, but players can choose to leave these islands to go to the central one that has really good loot. Last player standing wins. In October 2015, Hypixel announces their very own Pocket Edition server. This one actually has an interesting history behind it. The server originally was pre-released under the codename Bladestorm before its full release, and was already gaining popularity with YouTubers like DanTDM playing it before anyone even knew it was secretly Hypixel.
Well, we're actually on a really awesome server called Bladestorm, which reminds me very much so of Hypixel.
The server's full release had it renamed to Hypixel Pocket Edition, which I think is lame compared to Bladestorm. Oh well, at least with a Pocket Edition server, Hypixel can have an entirely new demographic of... well, I gotta say, that's a little disappointing. Why did this happen? Let's see. Yes. It says here that the server faced backend issues with the way Pocket Edition handled servers at the time, which caused issues with server maintenance and upkeep, as well as feature limitations that the Java Edition just didn't struggle with. This is why Java is on top. A super big announcement was made by Noxy in a blog post in December 2016, where he revealed more information about a standalone game that the team had been working on. He states that the original budget for the game was $750,000, but it had now reached $3.6 million. He also said that the team had doubled their original size, and revealed that they'd been secretly working on it since 2015. In January 2017, Hypixel beta released one of their biggest game modes ever, Bed Wars, with the full release shortly after in June. Bed Wars is kind of similar to Skywars, where everyone spawns on a floating island, except this time you have beds. You and your team can respawn as much as you want, but once your bed gets destroyed, you're done the next time you die. Players can collect gold, iron, diamonds, and emeralds from around the map to upgrade their gear and buy team upgrades. Bed Wars was super popular for a while in the YouTube space, with many YouTubers uploading themselves playing the mode. Another popular game mode released in February 2017 called Murder Mystery. So have you guys played Among Us before? Remember a while back when I said DDoS protection was one of the server's big expenses? Yeah, well guys, they got DDoSed. Now, I'm gonna do my best to explain what happened here, so bear with me. Okay, so the attack specifically came from a malware called Mirai in April 2018, and was originally created to target Minecraft servers and operate a fancy thing called a protection racket, which is when the perpetrators basically are like, hey, we won't DDoS you anymore, as long as you keep paying us money. Sound good? For their attack, Mirai targeted devices that ran the Linux operating system, and basically turned them into their own bots. Once Mirai acquired a ton of them, they sent them all to the Hypixel server, overloading their network with traffic. All of this resulted in Hypixel implementing this thing called the Cloudflare Spectrum, which is a dedicated service that would hopefully prevent something like this from happening again. Right? Anyway, in December 2018, Hypixel released the first trailer for that game they said they'd been working on, which is called Hytale. Admittedly, the game is very reminiscent of Minecraft, with its blocky and pixel art style, but it did have its own identity and ambitions. From fleshed out biomes, unique mob interactions, physics, built-in mod support, and oh my god, vertical slabs! You better believe I was sold on this game the moment it was announced. Hypixel kept the community updated with regular blog posts early on, but those slowly became less and less frequent as the years went on. They planned for the game to be released in 2021, and as you can see, the game still isn't out. Hypixel released arguably their biggest game mode of all time on June 13th, 2019, Skyblock. Now, Hypixel Skyblock isn't just a small floating island with a tree and a chest. No, it's a goddamn full-fledged AAA title. You start off on a somewhat standard island, but when you go through that portal, it's like stepping into an entirely different world. This is the main map on screen right now, with each distinct area offering something different. Hypixel Skyblock offers so much content from over 150 different armor sets, dozens of unique weapons, abilities, gadgets, custom mobs and bosses, an entire open world, NPCs, all connected to a central economy that players can use to purchase, sell, and trade items that they have. There's so much more to it, but this video would be an hour long. Skyblock is by far Hypixel's most popular game on the server, with the game mode still seeing tens of thousands of unique players every single day, and usually taking up at least half of the total players online at any given moment. 2019 was a big year for Hytale updates, where the team published 26 blog posts covering topics such as how the world generation worked, their 3D modeling process, and player customization. I'd usually insert one of my grade A jokes here, but this stuff is really super cool, and if you guys are interested in game development at all, I'll link their website in the description. 2020 saw a huge resurgence in Minecraft's popularity. Not only were people playing more Minecraft, but they were also watching more YouTube and Twitch, which saw the rise of Dream and his SMP of Drama Goblins. Love the SMP or hate it, you've gotta admit that what it accomplished was pretty impressive. For example, in March 2019, the Minecraft Twitch category averaged around 7,200 viewers. Fast forward to July 2020, the category averaged 71,000, and actually kept increasing through 2021, where it dipped and leveled out again, still way higher than it was before. Overlaying the Twitch viewership graph with Hypixel's player counts, they 100% correlate. The Hypixel server has seen thousands of content creators over the years, but none were quite like Technoblade. Technoblade was a Minecraft content creator who mainly posted Hypixel content, and what made him stand out among the rest was his humor and his sheer skill in the game. If you ever found yourself in a competition with Technoblade, buddy, you're probably losing. Technoblade first joined Hypixel sometime in 2013, and some of his most notable accomplishments on the server was being the first to get a 1,400 win streak on Bed Wars, then purposefully losing it because he got bored, then joining a new Bed Wars team just 3 months later, where they again purposefully lost the streak, this time at over 1,800 wins. In November 2020, he uploaded a Hypixel Skyblock video where he announces that he plans to become the #1 potato farmer on the game mode. He was in competition with another guy called I'm a Squid Kid, who is also making tons of potatoes as well. This war of potatoes spanned across 3 different videos that have amassed a total of 110 million views, and the ultimate goal is to see who could farm 500 million potatoes first. And yeah, Technoblade won. He also played a main character in that Dream SMP I mentioned earlier. Techno's association with Hypixel definitely benefited the server during this era. Technoblade left an amazing mark, not just through his presence on Hypixel, but through the millions of fans he amassed and entertained throughout the years. In April 2020, Simon announces that he is stepping down as the CEO of Hypixel Studios, and that they were acquired by Riot Games, the company behind Valorant and League of Legends. Guys, that's like the most insane blog post of all time. Remember when Noxy left Riot back in 2014 on good terms? Yeah, so he's appointed as the new CEO of Hypixel Studios, and his former connections and good standing with Riot Games probably helped him get this position. Now keep in mind that the Hypixel server and Hypixel Studios are 2 separate things. Simon is still in charge of the Hypixel Minecraft server, but he no longer is in charge of Hypixel Studios and Hytale. On April 16th, 2021, the Hypixel server reached a peak player count of 216,558 concurrent players. All of this resulted in Hypixel implementing this thing called the Cloudflare Spectrum, which is a dedicated service that would hopefully prevent something like this from happening again. Right? Guys, it happened again. Yeah, so in June 2021, the Hypixel server got DDoSed again. There were some vulnerabilities in the Cloudflare system, and the Heifers bypassed it. It's not confirmed whether or not Mirai was behind this attack again, but either way, the server had to be shut down for 4 days, while Hypixel worked with Cloudflare to fix the issues. In July 2021, a blog post was made on Hytale's website stating that they were delaying the game from their intended 2021 release date all the way to... Bro, what? 2023? Well, at least by 2024, we'll surely have the game. Well guys, it's 2023 and Hytale is nowhere to be seen. They treated the community to, oh how generous, 2 blog posts the entire year. They basically confirmed progress on their new engine they're porting the entire game over to is going well, but there is still a long road ahead. As of researching, the last blog post was March 28th, 2025, where they basically reiterated that progress on the new engine is going well, which is what they said last time. But you know what I don't see? A goddamn release date. Guys, don't get me wrong, I like Riot Games. I think what they do is cool. But I entirely blame them and their stupid money for Hytale not being released yet. Anyways, it's important to keep in mind that Hypixel regularly update most of their games that they have on the server. Most notably, Skyblock sees the biggest updates, as that's their real cash cow. The team are constantly maintaining, updating, and releasing new games onto the server. Personally, I'm a big fan of this new thing called Sheep Wars. Check this shit out. Sheep Wars, oh my god, my favorite. Let's go, let's go. Okay, so what you do is you spawn in like right here, right? And then you wait 5 seconds, and then it's gonna drop me in like 1 second, okay? And then you spawn in, you got the enemy team over there, you get some explosive sheep, as one does, and then you can left click to like absolutely like send a sheep missile at people, and then you win. Jesus! Okay, yeah, they shoot them at you too. But there's like different sheep, like this homing sheep, dude. This thing is crazy. Look at that guy, bro. It like targets him. It's crazy. It's completely unfair. A 3v3 situation. That guy just threw a homing sheep at me, but I can kill it. Oh my god! I can heal with the healing sheep. Everything's fine. There's a oh no. No, please. My god! 2v2 situation. I got this. I got this. Black hole sheep. Earthquake sheep. Oh my... No! On March 28th, 2025, the Hypixel YouTube channel uploaded a video celebrating the server's 12th anniversary. The video is really neat, showing a lot of the server's game modes, and even Technoblade. But at the very end, they tease a brand new upcoming game mode. It looks super cool, and I wonder if this could be just as ambitious as Skyblock is. For me, Hypixel is home to countless memories that I've experienced over the last 8 years. Here's a Hypixel video I made in 2017.
Hello everyone. You may notice something different. I'm doing a voice reveal. Voice reveal at friggin' 4 subs. I have no idea why. I'm just bored. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video, so bye.
Shown on screen now is a visual timeline of all of the major events I could find relating to Hypixel. If I missed anything you think should have been included, or learned something interesting, comment it down below. I read every single comment and love interacting with you guys. That's all I have for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.